Now, after the Charlotte Hornets beat the Miami Heat, there's been a lot of talk as to if Lamelo Ball is actually a winning player or not. And I feel like this talk is ridiculous. Now, if you didn't watch that game last night, the Charlotte Hornets beat the Miami Heat in very, very, very close fashion. It was an OT game. They won by 1 point, courtesy of Lamelo Ball's game-winning layup. And throughout that game, it was a bunch of up and downs for the Hornets. Their specific players, Axe Con Knipple, the Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo went down with an injury, kind of because of Lamelo Ball. But it was that game was, if you watched it, you know it was just a wild game. But a lot of the talk and like speculation and where this question is coming from is from Lamelo Ball taking 31 shots and only hitting 12. That's where a lot, and going 2 for 16 at the 3 point line. Can you win with that? Can you win with that? That's the overall question that is being asked. And the answer to that question for me is just a very complicated yes. It's like the same. It just reminds me of like the same type of. I get Lamelo Ball. He's not Harden. He's not Harden. I get like it's like that same type of. Can you win with Harden? Can you win with the ball dominant guard? Takes a lot of shots that can pass the ball, but he is mostly the offense. But the difference between Lamelo Ball and Harden, I think, is Harden had that system around him where he like kind of had to be that. I don't think, or that's what it was. I don't think Lamelo Ball, the system is going to be just him give him the ball, get out. I don't think that's going to be the system. I think the system is going to be more team oriented because you just watch the Hornets. It was a very connected offense was the that was their like the overall thing. Like everybody ate. So I feel like it's different in that sense. So I think you can win with Lamelo Ball because I think he's such a great connector. I think when he's on, when he's on shooting, I think he's a top 5 shooter in the league. Like when he gets on, he's on. Like so, I feel like yes, you can win with that. Some questions would be, what if he has nights where like this, inefficient nights? But I find it super interesting that on this, you look at on this super inefficient night from him, which I feel like he had to take a lot of shots. I have no problem with superstars taking as much shots as they want to. I have no problem with that because at the end of the day, you are the best player on the team. You should be taking the most shots. So I absolutely have no problem with him taking 31 shots because I feel like that was simply justified. It was simply needed in that game. Con Knipple, their second best 3 point shooter, was fucking 2 for, or he was 0 for, or 0 for at 3. You had to take shots. You had to make up for that. With that, he all of that 12, 31 or whatever. Lamelo Ball was still a plus 15. You could see the offense wasn't as functional without Lamelo Ball on the court. So him taking those shots is just as a result to him, one, being on the court so much, and two, having to bear that responsibility because some of his teammates couldn't. And just because he's the best player on the team, you're the best player on the team. You take as many shots you want, especially when it's a win take it all moment. You got to take the shots for your team. Like this being the game is like, oh, you can't win with Lamelo Ball. He's not a playoff player. I think is bullshit. Now if you want to talk about the defensive side of the ball, which Lamelo Ball was bad, which he was bad on defense, but overall he's a pretty positive. He's a positive defender. So I don't really think like we can use this one game as that. Oh my gosh, he was bad on defense. As he's always gonna be bad on defense, just like he's not always gonna shoot 12 for 31. Like he's a winning player. If you just like he is a guy that can be a 1 or a 2. He can be a 1 or a 2. He can take a bunch of shots, hit a bunch of threes, or he can facilitate. He can be the point guard. He can lead an offense, as we saw last night. Like it's all year. This has been an all year thing for the Hornets. It's like when Lamelo Ball gets off the floor, the offense is just not as good. It's just not as good. Even the defense is not as good. So this notion that like he's not, this is not the one to formally can win. No, how about no? Like I've seen this from a couple guys. Like I don't understand why guys. Lamelo Ball is one of the few guys that gets castrated or just get flamed for being the best player on the team, taking the most shots. Like we seen with Harden, we seen it with Trae Young. These guys that take a bunch of threes, they always get chastised for taking the most shots on the team. Even though on every single team they've been the best player. Harden different, but every single team been the best player. And the best player should take the most shots. I don't know. That's such a foreign concept to people, I guess, and especially when your teammates is not playing well. Like I feel like that's the time when you are supposed to take a lot of shots, like especially when your team isn't playing well. So I just feel like people talking about it is just so not smart. It's so dumb. It's like, bro, no shit. He's taking all the shots because he's supposed to. He's the best player on the team. Like he's supposed to shoot the ball a lot, especially when his teammates is not playing good. I don't get how that's so complicated to people. But yeah, I do think he's a winning player. I mean, and when we seen it, bro, he got the game winning layup. Like I know the play before that, Loki threw a turnover and stuff, but like I, I no one came out to help him. He was getting trapped. Like it was a whole bunch, but like I think he is a winning player. I think he at the very least is a playoff performer. And then as like the team gets better around him, I don't think he's like a dynasty starts after you type of player. I think he's a dynasty starts with you type of player. I feel like last night was a great showing of that because it showed even with his flaws and deficiencies, he was able to still will his team to a win. So I feel like that's good enough to classify you as a winning player in my book. I mean, like he performed as his first ever postseason action in his life, and so we're just judging him that harshly off one game. It's not smart. It's not smart. Even though I think he played pretty fine. Like, I don't think he played terrible or this is him not being a winning player. So, all right, man. Bye.